Going to show you what you can do in your garden if you've got a lot of shade and how gorgeous it could look throughout the year. I am under this oak tree in Savannah, Georgia, looking at the azaleas, and this is a phenomenon for the entire city you are going to love. There are so many plants that you can use in a shaded area with whenever you've got dappled shade, plenty of trees. Don't let that deter you from doing something amazing in your garden. All throughout March, the city is decorated with these beautiful azaleas. They are everywhere. Right about the time when people come to one of the largest St. Patrick's Day parades, well, not these last couple of years, but typically, there is a huge parade around St. Patrick's Day, and that is the time that the azaleas showcase themselves. It's almost like they know the perfect timing to get out and be seen and flourish while everybody comes and visits Savannah. Now, they sit right under these awesome oak trees that decorate the entire city, and they are covered with Spanish moss. They are absolutely stunning, and they provide dappled shade that really helps out to tone down the hot weather of Savannah. This is that Spanish moss. It decorates the streets beautifully, and it makes a gorgeous scene for the entire city. As you can see, azaleas are often planted in large groupings. So you'll see a large grouping of the pink ones and a large grouping of the red ones, and you'll see all kinds of them. I'm actually going to look for some white ones because there's plenty of colors to choose from when it comes to azaleas. Botanical experts clump azaleas and rhododendrons together in the same genus, and that's because they have more similarities than they do differences. Azaleas have been hybridized for hundreds of years, which has resulted in over 10,000 different cultivars. These are perennial plants, which means they come back year after year, and they can either be deciduous, which means that they drop their leaves each year, or they can be evergreens, which means that they keep their leaves all year long. With the introduction of the Encore azaleas, they are now able to bloom up to 3 times a year in the spring, summer, and the fall. They also are more cold hardy, which means that they can grow in most of the United States. Look at this map from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, the USDA, and it shows you the hardiness zones. And if you look at the map, all the areas from zones 4 down to zone 10 can grow azaleas. Back in the 80s, the University of Minnesota created the most cold hardy azalea cultivar. It's called the Northern Lights. This azalea can handle temperatures down to negative 35 degrees Fahrenheit. Here's another interesting way to dress up your azaleas. These are evergreen plants that will thrive throughout the year and give you some interest, but they're also paired with the border grass. This is monkey grass or loriope, variegated loriope. And this will draw some kind of interest with the different tones of green when the flower stops blooming. I also have a video about loriope and border grass, so if you want to watch that, I'll link it up at the top and in the description down below. Savannah is hashtag goals when it comes to azaleas. If you want true inspiration for azaleas, you have got to come to Savannah. They are everywhere. I couldn't possibly take all the video that I wanted to take to show you. You just have to come down around the end of March, right around St. Patrick's Day or a little after, is when these azaleas just kick it off, and they are spectacular. I love how they dress the streets. I'm sure they could tell us plenty of stories about all the people that they have seen throughout history, and they are just gorgeous to look at. I mean, look at that, it's awesome. spring and summer, and even in the fall, you could have all year interest. Remember, you can create bliss in your garden.